For the first time in about 4 months, I have about 4 hours free. And what I've decided is I'm going to make a very sketchy video for you guys. Sketchy, impromptu, raw. This all sound dirty.
Give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own.
Welcome to the Extreme Channel. My name is Mr. X. Yes, I've been drinking. Yes, it's a holiday. Yes, this is an off-the-cuff video, which means no editing, which is a benefit to me because it saves me about an hour. But I decided, I was sitting here in my statue collection for the first time, really absorbing it over the last 4 months because I've been so busy. And there's that age-old question always, if you had to get rid of all of them but 10, what would you do? I don't know the answer to that, but we're going to film it live, kind of. I'm not going to edit it, and we're going to see which ones. So before we do that, I have to say there's a few rules. Size doesn't matter. So a lot of these statues, like look at those life size back there, I would keep because they're just so hard to ship and move and sell. We're going to take that off the table. We're going to pretend all things are equal. Second rule. I have a few statues upstairs, mostly Venom-related pieces, and then some Lord of the Rings stuff. We're not going to include that because I don't want to go upstairs. I'm feeling lazy. And I think that's all the rules. Oh, next rule. Usually when I do a video like this, I've done it once or twice before over the last 5 years. It's very much strategic. It's like, okay, well, if I keep this character, then I have to keep this character. We're not playing that. We're just saying, hey, what are your top 10 favorite statues that you would keep? And no display rules, no companion rules. Fat tire is definitely available. So we're going to start right now. While this is in no particular order, this would be my number one. Not a surprise. If I had to get rid of every statue but one, it would be this custom Silver Surfer coming out of Black Hole. My favorite character, my favorite statue. And what's interesting about this is I've had it about 5 years now. It still stands up as my absolute favorite statue. Now, I would want to do a companion piece, not just because I don't want Silver Surfer alone, and I'm not talking about the Sideshow Galactus back there, but I would want a Thanos because Thanos was my favorite villain in the comics, and I think the MCU, even though it was a different version of Thanos, did justice. So it would either be that one right here, which is way more comic accurate. This is a custom quarter scale on his spaceship throne without Lady Death. Or it would be this one, which is one of my favorite throne statues. So one of those would be the second one I would keep, even though it's in no particular order. I have to keep a Predator statue. The question is, which one? So obviously the Jungle Hunter is kind of the quintessential Predator, although I like this Berserker one better. But I think we would stick with the Jungle Hunter right here. I would also opt to buy the closed mouth switch out for $900 that Prime One Studio made for it. This is a third scale. I would definitely keep this, and I think I'd keep it over Alien, even though I like the Alien movies better. But I don't know, we might have room for an Alien statue, so this is number 3 in the list. 4, we're going to go with this Curse of the Spawn statue for a lot of reasons. 1, I think it's one of the most badass statues ever made. 2, I actually have some personal ties to it. So while I'm not a huge fan of the Curse of the Spawn character or Spawn in general, this one is probably one of my most impressive looking, especially if you come from afar and you're not sure who the character is. You're just like, man, that looks amazing. And remember, he has an alternate portrait. So this would be number 4 on the list in no particular order. 5 is a recent acquisition. I would keep this werewolf from PCS. This is from the movie The Howling. You've probably heard me say on my channel a million times, that's my favorite werewolf movie of all time. Definitely keep him. I think he's absolutely amazing, despite a few flaws in it. And I have another Howling statue, but I think of this shelf right here, that's all we would keep. But I'm going to go next door where I'm building a sci-fi shelf right here. Sci-fi and horror, you got Terminator. Ooh, he might be on the list. I think he is on the list. So we're going to go number 6, right? Hang on. Yes, that is number 6 right there. Terminator, one of my favorite properties of all time. So I think I would keep this endoskeleton. Although it could be argued I'd rather have a different Terminator collectible, but this is the only one in my current collection. Also with that, I would keep a Pumpkinhead collectible as number 7. This is PCS's quarter scale. I'm waiting for their 1/3 scale to be released in a few months from when I'm filming this. So for now, it would absolutely be him coming in at number 7. My favorite horror creature of all time, despite the fact that the movies are a little meh. First one isn't bad by any means, but I really just love this character. I'm literally just walking from section to section, and we come across the X-Men wall. Of course, I have to keep 1 or 2 X-Men. My battery on my remote just ran out, so the lights are only on half of it. I actually can't turn those lights off, so that might be a problem. And I think when you think X-Men, you have to keep a Wolverine. Which Wolverine am I keeping? I think I have to go the Samurai Wolverine, because he has multiple switch outs, multiple torsos. This is also one of my most expensive statues, but this would come in at number 8. And while I said this video isn't about companion pieces, one of the companion pieces for this is one of my favorite statues. That is this custom Sabretooth right here. I think he would fill in at number 9. And I would get rid of everything else. And there's some tough ones. That Magneto's one of my favorites. All these are some of my favorites. That Nightcrawler, that Rogue, the Cyclops, the Iceman. Some of the other Wolverines are some of my favorites. You know what's nice about this is you're getting a sneak peek at the upcoming room tour. I would not keep any of my life size. While I love them, yeah, they wouldn't make it. So now I have just 1 left, and this is rough. Everything in here is a phenomenal statue, but I think when you, from my perspective at least, of characters, we have to go to the Man of Steel. And I think this is the best Superman statue ever made by Prime 1 Studios. Their 3rd scale Hush Superman would be my number 10. Again, no particular order. So let's do a recap. We would keep Superman by Prime 1 Studios, 1/3 scale. Sabretooth, custom. Samurai Wolverine, custom. Howling by PCS. Endoskeleton Prime 1 Terminator statue, 1/3 scale. Pumpkinhead by PCS, maybe their new one. I'm going to do an Extrumble video when both of them arrive. Curse of the Spawn. Predator. Jungle Hunter. And then we have Thanos, maybe this one or the other one. And Silver Surfer. And I think what I like about this, obviously those two would be paired together. I'd also put the other comic pieces and then kind of the movie horror pieces all together. So it'd essentially be 2 collections, maybe on different sides of the room. And I'll tell you this, if the resale market in statue collecting wasn't as horrid as it is right now, I would do that in a second. I would sell every single statue but those. If I could get my money back on everything, it would be a no-brainer. But I feel very good with that top 10. Let me know if there's a different one in my collection you would have kept, or if you have a top 10 of your own, or even a top 3. Throw that down in the comments below. I love to interact with you guys, and you could win a statue. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yes, we're still giving away $1,000 statues at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. You have to make sure you're subbed to the channel, you like the video, and then leave a comment. We're going to pick a random comment on a random video and give away those statues. In the meantime, check out some of these other videos and my social media. Talk to you soon. Take care.